Hello everyone. My name is Alex Lazaris, and I'm so excited to be back with part 2 of Design Blitz. Today we're going to be working on StreamAndy, which is a software tool that helps Twitch streamers engage with the community, highlight chat messages, and just be able to pull it up on stream and just really engage with that community. Speaking of engaging with our community, I see Cody, Patrick, Carol, Alessandra, all these friends. Welcome to the stream, everybody. I hope you all are doing fantastic today. If you haven't seen my streams before, I love getting questions from you, engaging with anything you've got, whether it's questions or ideas or critiques. Throw them at me. We'll happily incorporate it into the designs. I like to keep this all very, very fluid. Cody Bear says, ready for the memes. Yes, we do memes here, not memes. If you don't know, it's correctly pronounced memes. So good thing Voodoo Val's not here to see us already destroying it within the first minute of the stream. It's fantastic. I'm super excited. So welcome in. We're going to be doing StreamAndy today. If you don't know who I am, I'm Alex Lazaris. I run a design firm called Lazaris. Our website's wearelazaris.com. You can go check out our work over there. Let me catch you up though on our last project, what we were just up to. Where am I? There we go. All my stuff is hiding for some reason. All right. Whatever. Who needs toolbars? All right. So what we did last time, I walked y'all through this mood board that the client sent over. It's like very mid-century modern, kind of inspired by like Her, some Wes Anderson in there. It's all about like kind of going backwards to go forwards, kind of this like retrofuturism, mid-century modern kind of vibe. Really, really fun kind of space. And we chose the client chose this space to really contrast what you see in the marketplace. So the marketplace, we're seeing a lot of like very geometric, like abstract marks with like very clean sans serif geometric typefaces, lots of blacks, lots of blues, lots of purples. So you want to contrast that to stand out in the marketplace. And that's where we got this kind of like mood board, like a little bit more pastel, mid-century modern, keep it natural, keep it feeling good. Cody says, I love retrofuturism. Me too. Retrofuturism is so sweet. I think some of those posters and the whole aesthetic is just awesome. So highly recommend. Over the course of the last stream, what we ended up doing was kind of looking at a bunch of different fonts that would work, from Hoodspot to Font Diner to Adobe fonts to Creative Market. And then just starting to riff on a couple different logos or badge options. Lots and lots of explorations, some better than others, some not so good. Here's some sketches that I brought into Illustrator as well, just to start playing with. And then during the stream, I think we kind of started to end around here. And then after the stream, Carol asked, is that Jetsons? Yeah, Jetsons is like a great example of like retrofuturism. It's like still attainable, like clunky robot type things, but like they're helping you solve problems around the house. Maybe it's like a maid or a nanny that's like a robot, and just kind of like atomic floating cars and things like that. That's like that retrofuturism stuff, which is just such a cool world to kind of play in. And I just love that aesthetic and world building. I think it's really fun. So then after the stream, I started working on a couple different additional logo options to send to the client, see how they liked it. All these kind of trying to be within that mid-century modern feel, try to see what we could do. This, I took kind of an initial idea and then just kind of played with it and made it like more like a gamey logo. Oh yeah, Cody says also the Fallout game series. Yeah, Fallout game series, the TV show as well, all that stuff. Super retrofuturism, which is awesome. And then I sent off these as like options, like the client to be like, which one do you like most? How are you feeling about it? Let's like kind of critique it, talk about it, all that stuff. I think that there's some really fun ones in here. I think playing with the type and making it stretch and do some weird stuff is really fun. This one with the TV antenna is kind of fun as well. We had some like alternatives. Maybe it's a chat bubble. I really like how you can play with the like lettering and jumble it up. It's like I mentioned before on the previous stream, designing a logo with 2 words sometimes can be really challenging because you need to like find the balance, especially with one being like much longer and Andy being shorter. It can be a challenge to kind of balance sometimes. These are kind of fun too. I could see these being like a t-shirt maybe down the line. as like an additional thing. It's just a marketing collateral piece. It's not necessarily the full brand, but like it could go on a t-shirt. Like this would be a cool back graphic, and this could be on the front if you wanted, stuff like that. Played with the chat bubble icon idea, and then even just doing these like big marquee signs, try to play with that a little bit. This was like a rough version, rough chat bubble. But at the end, the client liked this option E the most. And then I kind of riffed on it a little bit more, played with some of the spacing. I ended up looking at, is this play about me? What up, Hawk? How you doing? I ended up having this like tail on here originally. I think that was a leftover from the original like TV direction I was going in. But it didn't feel like it was giving me a chat bubble vibe. So I kind of just played with it and riffed it a little bit more and just brought this into the actual fold. And I think the chat bubble works better since the app is about helping Twitch streamers engage with their community and highlight chat messages. It felt like a really important part of keeping that as part of like their brand system, so that people know exactly what they're getting from that logo. So we've got this. I've also got a secondary version just in case we needed it for like a header navigation on a website. That might be an option. So I did like a horizontal version as well, just in case. But these are our two kind of final logos that we'll be playing with. Today we've got still a bunch to do. We've got to figure out colors. We've got to figure out brand collateral, website collateral, stuff like that. So I want to start bringing you into what I would do next. So I think next steps for this is like, okay, we've got this primary logo. Now we need to figure out, okay, how do we do copy? Are we going to do paragraph copy? How do we do subheads? Things like that. That's really important. So that's what we're going to figure out first. And I love to do like website design for just playing out copy sometimes. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Adobe Firefly. We're going to do text to image. And we're going to actually go like, I'm trying to think of like the space where a streamer is in. It's probably their room, their office, or like a living room. So I'll do like mid-century modern. You can't see it because my face is back there, so you can look at it. Mid-century modern living. Actually, mid-century modern home office. And earlier this gave me a really great result, so let's see how it goes again. What up, Barbara? What up, Rosie? What up, Umacorn? How y'all doing? All right, this was an illustration, but I wanted it mid-century modern home office illustration. Earlier it gave me such a beautiful one. I'm trying to recreate this now. Let's see what we can do. Oh, maybe if I just change it to art, it'll change it. Let's do this real quick. See what results it gives us, and then we'll do art from here. So these are pretty good. Yeah, let's see here. I think I like this one a lot. So I'm gonna grab this. For my downloads, I can also grab this one just to have double it. All right. So I'm gonna pull this in here. And we have options. So that was just really quickly using Firefly to build these illustrations. So we got this one. And we've got this one. Oh. I can also pull in the other additional one that I had from earlier. When I was doing this earlier, it felt like a really good poster. Like this is what I got originally, and I really like this result as well. So we have three options that we got from Firefly. And from here, what I think is like really fun. So these are just JPEGs, right? Or PNGs. JPEGs. They're JPEGs. So these are static for us, and we can't really edit them, but it does give us an option, like especially with how this is kind of cropped. If we wanted to, we could just treat this like a div on a website. What I'll do here is just take out the marquee tool and say like, okay, I'm going to match this background. What I'm going to do is grab this, paste it behind, and then I could just grab this side here. So besides this little like kind of cutoff there, you can kind of see how this might float in space, which could feel pretty nice. We also have another option. We can actually just go here. As you see, this toolbar I've got right here is my generate vectors icon, and I can just go here and I can type in mid-century modern home office. And then I can just go here, and that's the scene that I want. I'm going to do like medium detail. I'm going to click style reference. I'm going to choose this asset right here. And now it's going to use that as an option for us. So we can just go in there straight up, have it start generating a vector file for us, which will be super duper awesome. And this we can actually tweak and edit and like adjust on our own with our own Illustrator, which is super helpful. Just watch it do its thing real quick. Come on, do your thinking. It's almost there. It's almost there. Well, with that, oh, there we go. Cool. So we can look at this. We'll grab that there. And we'll just go scroll down here. And then I'm going to grab this piece. And I'm going to click this button. Oh, let me just look at it. So I can grab this piece and pull that in here. Actually, the detail on this one is really good. I mean, there's a little like artifacting issues and stuff like that, but that can all be cleaned up like relatively quickly in post or like now. But I think for the overall vibes, just to get a good understanding of like what's happening on this piece, like I think this is a really strong option. So we can like just leave this as a vector if we want to, but kind of a fun little div there. All right, cool. So now let's do like, okay, let's think of like a header copy for this. Header copy being like, wow, why am I blinking on copy today? Let's see here. Grow your community. Grow your community. I'm going to make that bigger. I'm going to just do like paragraph copy here. Cool. All right, see, this is just unformatted text. Look how boring that is. Ew. All right, so what we're gonna do is actually gonna mess with that. I'm gonna take this and we're going to like look at some of this additional stuff I have here. This is a really nice cursive font I pulled earlier, and then I'm gonna try maybe this secondary type. So this is too big. Scroll that down. What I'm looking for here is like a counterbalance between the two fonts. I want the header copy to be legible, but also kind of convey the vibe of the actual branding. We have the option, it's not my favorite, to use the like font that you use within your logo as the header copy. So we'll just do a couple different versions here. Grab this, pull this over here. I'm trying to remember. This is the font I chose. It's VVDS Sunshine Bridge is the name of the font for the logo. It's like, I don't want to use it on black, and you can't really, I guess you could use the stroke or the script. That might be an option, but I don't love the brushstrokes on this. Like, I think it's really distracting. So I don't want to use that actually. I can use their other typeface, which is pretty close to it. And that's a little bit better. For some reason, the like capital case on this is, maybe it's too playful. I don't know. So that's an option. I like to like play with the header copy while we're exploring this stuff as well, just to see how we're feeling about like color changes. Probably pull in like even a red. Like, what does this potted plant look like? Grow your community like that. And then I like this Liberation Sands is actually pretty solid. You could also use like a Helvetic or something like that. I'm thinking of like, when I think of like a mid-century modern poster, they typically have like an ornate header or like title font, and then they've got like a little bit more simple and pared back. I think if you do a little bit too much of this like organic type at the top and then organic paragraph copy, it's going to get really funky. And what I mean by that is like this. Let me show you. This is one version. We'll just do a side-by-side comparison. And then if I grab like this Baribi, which is a Google font or Adobe font, it's like, just shrink it down so it's like the same size. This is the thin version of it, so it only gets thicker. But I think if you did this, like it's just a really, it's narrow. It's got a lot of just like funky character heights and stuff like that. That makes it really difficult to read. So I want something that's like super legible from a paragraph copy, especially if I want to like have high converting web pages and stuff like that. I want it to still be readable. So I do think this pairing looks pretty good there. What up, Sean? I see you. How you doing? Yeah, so I feel like that's pretty good. I also really like this, like, the script font's pretty good as well. It might be bordering on the like side of like slightly illegible, but maybe that's fine. I don't know. I'm open to it. This is also an Adobe font, which is also super helpful. So that's cool, especially for when you're building like a website. Being able to use Adobe fonts is going to help you implement that a lot quicker. Cool. So I think from like a div perspective, that's fine. Maybe we'll think about like, okay, if I'm going to just like make up stuff now, let's see here. We got like a header. Maybe this header can be green or something. I don't know. Chat, what kind of colors are you thinking for this brand? I'd love to get your thoughts. So if I go over here, boom. And then I go like this. What I'm gonna want to do actually really quick is throw in a little like fill on the background of it. And group it together, and then I could play with it here. Stream Andy, and I can have the like title going off to the side there, or the lettering. Let's see here. Let me just adjust this. Maybe I'll like incorporate this color palette into it a little bit. Ugh, nope, it needs to be way too bright. I'm just gonna keep riffing. Let's try like, it's not too bad. Maybe this just actually, maybe we'll just do this. The green will be, and then this is actually like a, I don't know. You could just say, okay, cool, that's the header. Fine. And then we could just say like, okay, we've got about contact. I think those are all going to be really brutal as navigation buttons actually. So let's just not do that. About contact, and then like download. Maybe that's fine. I don't love it. Maybe it just needs like, yeah, whatever. It's good enough for right now. We're getting the gist. McCorn says, make it orange. Orange, eh? Yeah. Orange, you glad I didn't choose that color anymore? Hey. All right, so that's that. All right, we're good enough with that. I can adjust the navigation type and stuff like that. But I think overall, I feel like this is definitely going to stand out in a sea of purple and blue kind of colors and brands. I'm happy to adjust it as well, and just keep riffing on it. Another thing we can do, which I almost forgot, is we can go here and we can recolor. So click this button, I click recolor, and then I can either do a generative recolor and just like choose, I can choose one of these. Let's say like maybe they did want to lean into like a little bit of the lavender a little bit. Let's see. Oh, it's a prompt I can do also. Like maybe I want to do something a little bit more neon. So it's a little bit more modern approach to it. That could be fun. Let me just grab this, pull it down. And then I've got this here. And then maybe this is like just a pared down version of this background. So I'm just gonna pull some more white into it. That's feeling good. And then I can do like, I don't know, some like dark purples there. Maybe the purple's like a homage to Twitch for a Twitch streamer platform. So maybe that works pretty well. And then we can like, I keep going back to this orange just to spite Umacorn. Let's see here. We got this. Maybe this needs, no, we're trying to avoid blues. What am I doing? I don't know. We could play with, I feel like this orange header could, I don't want to put purple in the header because then it's literally like, this is going to feel too much like a Twitch ripoff. All right, let's change this color palette. I'll throw this to the side. Maybe we'll come back to it. Let's see here. I'm going to just do recolor again, and then I'm going to give it a prompt this time. Mid-century modern dusk. Let's see how it does with this. Could be, that's really nice actually. I like that. Okay, let's do this. Same thing as I did last time. I just select that background and then I'm just gonna make it. Of course, it says I'm not saying no to orange. Good to know. Good to know. All right, and then we got this, and then we'll just pull this here. That's to pink. There we go. And then what we can do is pull in this like kind of like a dark purple. It's not a black. That's actually pretty nice. I like that. And then we can play with how bright pink we want this. Or hot red. Oof, the nav bar is too hot. I feel like that's actually pretty fun and unique. I would want to like make sure that these leaves and everything are pretty nicely polished and adjusted, but it seems interesting. It seems promising. Okay, so we'll play with this. It's kind of like red, pink pastel area from here on out. We'll just say that this is our brand color palette. Let's just take some colors and make it like official.tm. Let me just grab some of these. So what is this? I got this here. This. I'm going to grab this from that. I don't know if I really want to incorporate purple, I feel like, but we'll see. I think if we, maybe we will. Do I need anything else? Maybe a blue, but I don't love this blue here, so. Let me just adjust this blue actually. Since this is a vector file, I can edit it. So I'm just going to keep clicking in and just adjust both of them. And you know what? just going to just adjust this really, really quickly. Say that, and there we go. All right, cool. There you go there. Boom, boom, boom. Not perfect. It's good enough. We're just trying to do this quickly just to get the point across. Ugh. Whatever, it's fine. All right, and now what we'll do is do the like reflection line that I was doing a second ago. All right, and then we'll do this like a little bit darker. Cool. So I think that actually is a much nicer blues to pair with these. And then I'll just do that as like a, maybe I'll do another step in between. Just like bring it into like a, like more purpley blue. Cool. So I've got like the warmer colors up top and then the cooler colors on the bottom. And that will be a good set for me. Cool. That's enough to play with for right now. I do like the like freshness that the blue brings to it. I know we have some greens in there. I don't think we need to capture those. So I think we're good to start. All right, so we got that. All right, what's next? Oh. All right, let me pull it up. I've got a photo. I want to show you how to use mockups. All right, I found this photo on Adobe stock.adobe.com. All right, who does this streamer, oh, it's not a streamer, this is a stock model, but who does this stock model kind of look like in the Twitch streaming space? It's not me. It's not me, chat. Let's see who knows there are Twitch streamers. All right, so anyways, while chat's trying to figure that out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this t-shirt icon we made. I'm going to remove the background from it, and boom, I've got this piece. What I'm going to do here is paste it on top of, and then I'm going to highlight both sections, front, foreground and background, and then I'm going to right click it and then click mockup, create mockup. All right, this is a really cool piece of technology if you haven't seen it before. All right, while this is happening, I haven't seen anybody say who they think this Twitch streamer or this person looks like. So in my eyes, it kind of looks like Ninja Belvins, the guy who played Fortnite for a long time and was like a really big streamer on Twitch. Kind of looks like him. So in my mind, that's where we're getting this t-shirt. So if you haven't seen this mock-up stuff before, it's pretty sweet. Key says some teal would go nice with that. Yes, I agree. Some teal would be great. So this mock-up tool is so cool. So look, as I'm like dragging it over the body, it starts to bend to both the background and the foreground and the subject. So like if we wanted to do some like face tattoos, maybe it would work pretty well, you know, just boom. Stream Andy, brought to you by Ninja. Yeah, it's cool. It like tailors everything to the everything. It's cool. So what I'm going to do here is just shrink it down, and I'm going to make it, why is it not? Shrinking correctly. Oh, there you go. It's only just shift. Okay. I was doing shift alt to stretch it uniformly, but it's just shift. So we can do that. Boom. Little logo hit on the chest. Super, super simple, really easy. Probably just pull it up there. Has to be a vector with a raster though. Yes, thank you, Carol. It does have to be a vector with a raster. Why can I not place this? Anyways, there's some really cool templates within here. Apparel, maybe we could do that. Let's see. I don't know why it's not. I don't understand sometimes. Let's see if I can do it again. I want to just bring up the mockup tool and see if I can start showing it on that. Let's do another one. All right, here's an image I got off of Unsplash. Wow, it's big. Very, very big. I don't need it that big, so we'll just do this. And actually, I'll just grab this with the white background just so it sticks out a little bit more. Grab it here, and then let's see what happens when I do generate mockup beta. And then hopefully it'll give me that option to actually place the stuff. I don't know why I wasn't placing earlier. Create mockup. Let's see here. This could be cool where it's just like hopefully in the background of the keyboard. We'll see how it goes. I haven't played with this image yet, so we'll see. All right. Oh, there we go. Finally. Okay. So we could see how it would look like on like a cap. We could just do like a small piece on the side. I think personally probably do something like that. I do like it kind of on the side actually. Just like a side hit. It's pretty fun. So we got like that here. Boom, boom, boom. Let's do this one real quick. Let's see what this looks like when I slide this around. Oh, that's cool. It does mask it. So that's nice. That works pretty well, actually. Cool, we got that. And then let's see here. We've got oh, it's because I was probably selected earlier inside this thing, so that's probably why. Let's see what happens here if I do. Ew, gets a little funky at that size. We're just gonna shrink it down and move it over. Another like chest hit. I think it's a little bit too big, so just do something small. Boom. That works pretty well as well. So that's our apparel markups. Let's see, digital devices. Okay. Oh. You know what? Oh, this is actually gonna be really good. Let me take this. Ooh. And then what I'm gonna do here is duplicate it. It's thinking so hard. All right. Command G, and then I'm going to do preview mockup. See what happens here. Oh yeah, cool. All right, place on canvas. And then let's see what happens when I drag this in. I do like that it's already like got that kind of like streamer background going on, which is awesome. And then what I'm going to do is shift. Too much. And rad. Look at that. Now we've got like our website mockup, and it took us no time. None. That's pretty sweet. That's really sweet. Do you need some packaging? Nope. No. Cool. So that's how you do it in Illustrator. I think that's pretty rad. From like literally using Firefly to build those assets really quickly, and then to actually go in and like place this in there is, it looks really cool. I'm pretty proud of that. All right, sweet. So we've got that. Let's see here. We've got website done. We've got some marketing collateral. We've got these like examples of how the apparel would work. We've got color. We've got type. So let's build a billboard. So I've got a billboard I'm ready to use. Let's see here. Let's see what this billboard, how would we do like a billboard with this? I think we still need to think of like photo treatment and like other collateral stuff. I do think using these illustrations is going to be better than trying to like take a streaming cave setup and trying to build something with it. Like, because we're trying to keep it like mid-century modern feeling, but like most streamer caves I feel like have like LED, like look at me, I've got RGB galore happening behind me, which I think is very typical these days. So I'm trying to think of like, okay, how do we build this in a way that like feels authentic to the brand, and like how does it feel different? So let's see here. Grow your community. We've got some images. Let's start seeing how we can play with type and images and maybe some color. All right, so we'll just pull this into this Photoshop. Okay, so we've got a cool like headphone photo. What I'm going to do is actually apply a gradient map on it. Down at the bottom. Oh, I'm in the corner now. I got to move this over. Hey. All right, gradient map. Boom. And then I'm going to go in and actually pull the color palette I have here from Illustrator. I know I can put it as part of my libraries and stuff, but I'm just gonna throw this on top of everything. And then I'm gonna take a gradient map, and I think I'm gonna pair maybe this purple, because we already have like some purple tones in the image, and then maybe the blues, or maybe that hot pink. I'm trying to figure out how do I want to pair these together. I wonder if I need to do 2 stops, maybe a third. So I'll do, and this third will be that. Okay, I turn this off. This looks like a heat scope. I'm gonna reverse that, and that gives me this cool like kind of effect. I think Spotify made really popular, the gradient map effect on stuff. Which can be really effective. Let's see. I'm going to take this, and I think we're losing a little bit of like the definition of the headphones in here. So maybe I'll just add another stop at the end, and this stop will be more like black, just so you have like a harder stop. You get to see the headphones still and make out what they are. Cool. So it's a really cool image. It might be too cool for the brand. Like this might feel too modern. Let's just see. We'll play with it now. All right. So I can either like, let's see here. We got Lakeside is our font that we're using. So I can do Lakeside, regular. It's not changing. You keep saying you're changing, but you're not changing. Come on, Photoshop. all classes, filter your fonts. There we go. So I'm going to just blow this up, and then I'm going to use the lightest blue we have and see what happens. So this is not going to work, in my opinion, as a billboard font because it's going to be so hard to read. It's pretty, right? It's going to look really cool. That's pretty sweet. Listen to your community. And then if I throw the logo in there, like, I think it needs to be like louder and easier to digest, but let's just see what we got here. Let's see. I'll throw this into here. Oh, I forgot to like bump up this typeface's the color needs to be like this. Maybe that's fine actually. I'll do that and then like listen to your community. I can pull down. I think as a brand play, like maybe this is, let's see. Listen to your community. I mean, that's cool, but as a billboard, It's a really cool piece. Like I'm torn because I think it's a really awesome looking piece. It's just not doing much from like teaching people about what your product does. And I think that's the important thing, right? When you're like building mockups and stuff, you want to make sure like what you're designing has purpose to it, and it's not just maybe this goes off center or something like that. It's like listen to your community. Community is part of StreamAndy. And then I can just do like a Helvetica or something, just super clean. Oh, Liberation Sands is what we were doing. Why is it italics? Oh, I wonder if listen to your community is also in italics mode. It is. Yeah, it makes it a little bit more legible. All right, lorem ipsum. The all-in-one Twitch. Let's see here. See here, listen, engage. Is there a website URL? Do they have the website URL already? I'm not sure if they already have one. I don't want to put a bad one in there. Let's see here. I don't know if they have one yet. Let me just put a URL at the bottom, like, I'll do that. Or it's just url.com. www.url.com. Good idea though, Carol. That's awesome. Thank you so much for that. I'll put that down here. Bada bing, bada boom. Listen to your community. I think I'm gonna move this vector back over to the middle. That's pretty rad. I would like, follow, subscribe to that. That's pretty sweet. Cool. So that's where we got one billboard. Let's keep pushing it, see where the cracks break on this. Carol says $5, please. Your check is in the mail. I've already sent it off. All right. Yeah, that's pretty rad. Let me just do that as direction 1. Direction 1. All right, now we got more directions we can do. I don't love how the paper is. The paper shadows are. Vector needs to go up as well. Let's see. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Cool. All right, that's direction 1. Let's do direction 2. What other images do I have? I've got another one I can do, and I'll do that here. We've got this microphone, and then what I'll do is, like, I pulled these images off Unsplash as well, so they're available for everybody. Let's see here. Do I want to do this? Let's see. Do I have a? Oh, I do have like a horizontal version. I don't know if it really does anything for me. I think maybe I'll keep this and then just do, I'm going to copy that gradient map that I've already built and place that on top. It's pretty sweet. All right, I'm going to take this and I might just like put a layer mask on this and then do some like, something like that might be helpful. I could also, maybe I won't mask that yet. I'm going to take that off, and then what I'm going to do is a gradient on top of this. That's based on this blue, I guess. And then I'm just going to like pull it immediately. Basics, blue. There we go. And I'll do that, and then I'll turn this on, and it'll give us a little bit more of this space to play with. Maybe I'll, I want it darker. Yeah, it's fine. It's whatever. Key says if I had $1 for every time Carol asked for $5, then I'd have more money than Carol. That's funny. It's really funny. All right. So we got this here. Now we'll do like a paragraph copy, logo, all that stuff. We have like 5-6 minutes left, so make it speedy. All right, I'm gonna do this on top of this. Boom, smart object, logo in the corner above the gradient map. We'll do same copy, I guess, as before. Let's see. Grow your community. I'll take CV. Let's grab that. Match that. It's not the right color. Grow your community. Tools to grow your community. All right, I'm going to do this. Let's like grow your streaming community. That way it's more specific. I've got this going there. Boom. Then I can do like purpose built by streamers for streamers. Let's see here. Lakeside, no, we don't want liberation. Sands, regular. And then we want it legible. Purpose built by streamers for streamers. I don't know if that's even like relevant to streamers. I don't know how many streamers like, but like for like skateboard culture and stuff like that, people are like very much, we want it built by the community. Purpose built by streamers for streamers. And we'll do that as the end. Let's see here. An all in one cross platform chat engagement tool. Listen, engage, grow. And then we'll just do like www.url.com. I'll bump this up to bold and see how that feels, and then I'll just like, and then at the bottom here, boom, url.com, like url.com, I can make 18, something like that. All right, so let's see how this looks in the mockup now. Grow your streaming community. Stream Andy's too big in the corner now. Let's just adjust that really quickly. It's too small now. All right, Stream Andy, grow your streaming community, an all-in-one cross-platform chat engagement tool, purpose built by streamers for streamers, listen, engage, grow, and then URL. Yeah. 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 I don't know. I think it works. I still like the first one more. I think it's just cooler. Let me just save these into another folder. Direction 2. All right. This is direction 1. Oh. I didn't put everything in this. Cool. This is direction 1. I know we're like at a minute now, so let's just get this in there. That one's really cool. I think it's just a really powerful images as well. Fafa says, I've seen some branding images like this where it feels like there's a disconnect between what setups and configurations people actually use for content creation versus the setup and the image. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard. Everybody's streaming setups are different. Mine looks like a hot mess express, but you can see it in the background already. All right, so let's do a real quick recap. I know we're out of time. All right, so what we ended up doing was taking the logo that we built last stream. We ended up playing with some title character fonts and some body copy fonts as well. Showed you how to use Firefly to build out some images to use as a reference. We showed you how to use the generate vector tool in here. We played with some mockups, some brandings, some color palettes, some billboards, lots and lots done. All right, after this, I'll send it off to the client. They'll give me feedback. We'll adjust the color palette based off that feedback. And then next week, we're going to be doing brand guidelines. So make sure you come back next week for more Design Blitz. An hour is very, very short. So thank you, everybody, for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Stick around for some more Adobe Live. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye, everybody.